I think we can all agree there are some people out there who should just, well, not be playing video games online, for lack of a better term, because apparently they just can't handle certain things. I saw this kind of going around on X this morning, mostly people just kind of clowning on it because it is a pretty funny topic, but still, I just wanted to make my video kind of talking about it, giving my insight into it. But anyway, this is basically from a group called The Watch, and essentially what they want to do is almost have an amendment to the current rating system for video games, the ESRB rating, in order to basically highlight how toxic certain games are online. Our mission, making gaming safer for all gamers. The Toxicity Ratings was created to inform gamers and parents of what kind of content they can expect to encounter while playing online, and call attention to the fact that the gaming community desperately needs to change to be an inclusive, safe space for all who play. I don't know what they say, an inclusive, safe space. Anyone can play games. Anyone can buy a game and play a game online. There's no barrier to entry. The only barrier to entry is basically how mentally fit you are, for lack of a better term. Can you handle hearing words that you don't like or seeing things that you don't like? If you can't, then yeah, you probably shouldn't be playing video games, but they're trying to say if you can't, then you should still be able to play video games, and maybe there are certain communities for you, but apparently most gaming communities just don't fit, at least according to what they're doing with on this site right here. Video games are assigned age and content ratings by the Entertainment Software Ratings Board, ESRB, letting parents and over 3 billion people who play that online games make informed decisions. But these ratings are missing one crucial rating for parents: how toxic is the online community? All right, I'm just going to kind of stop it right there, because the toxicity of every community is essentially 100%, because you're dealing with people. It's not necessarily the game, because I can understand putting a rating onto the game itself, on the content of that game, because if it says it's rated M because of language, it's like, well, do they objectively have that language in the game? Yes or no? If it yes, then yes, it does meet that rating. But when it comes to online interactions with people, there's really no way you can rate for that, because one game, it might not be intended to have certain type of content, but anyone can still say and do whatever they want on that game, even if maybe, unless the game doesn't allow, I don't know, text chat or voice chat or something like that. If you can really restrict the interaction between the players, then maybe you can rate for that. But if you're going to have any interactivity between players, well, then there's really nothing that you can do. So this is just kind of like a fool's errand, but let's continue. But these ratings are missing one crucial rating for parents. Okay, I already read that. That's why we launched the Toxicity Rating, a rating providing information about each gaming community and what gamers may expect while playing online games. We surveyed hundreds of gamers that take part in online gaming communities every day. They were asked how often they were exposed to racism, gender discrimination, violence towards others, sexual content, crude humor, and controlled substances while gaming. Individual online games were assigned toxicity ratings based on their responses. These will help inform gamer parents and the general public of the things gamers are exposed to. Yeah, and again, this, like I said, this just kind of comes down to the fact that people should be aware that when they're playing a game online, they're exposed to a lot of stuff. I guess pretty much what I said already. Unless you're going to limit the interaction between players, then you're going to still have this stuff. And this is from Melanin Gamers, which I guess says all you need to know about them right there, just from that name alone. Is a changemaker organization dedicated to increasing diversity and inclusion in the video game industry. Okay, so just more DEI stuff. The organization strives to provide a safe space both online and in real life for people of color. So clearly they're not American. They're British, if they're going to use the U in it. To come together and feel represented, Melanin Gamers hopes to contribute to lasting change in the video game industry that reflects players from all walks of life. Unless there are players who actually like that banter and trash talk between them, because apparently you can't have that. And that's, for me, that's part of the experience right there. When you're playing certain games online, especially ones of a very competitive nature, you want to have that trash talk, or at least I want to have that part of it. And I don't get upset by it. That's just by the nature of competition, what you're doing with that. And some people apparently just can't handle that. Maybe there's certain lobbies on games that don't have people voice chatting. I mean, that's what they have in a lot of things. If you want to have like really active chats, then you can go to games that have that, or go to lobbies for that. If you don't want to have that, if you want people to just kind of mind their business, play the game, then there's things for that too. So again, I don't know with this one what they're rating. I think they're just rating the game in general, at least according to what they have on their site, which is, I don't know, kind of, like I said, kind of a dumb thing to do. But going to their ratings page right here, because these are the various surveys that people can fill out in order to see what the rating is for that particular game. As you can see with Call of Duty right here, they rate it 78% toxic, and this is how it is. And one of the flaws I find with this is most people, when they're playing Call of Duty, they don't care if someone makes a racist joke towards them or says something sexist or whatever like that. They're just going to go about their business. The only people who are actually going to take the effort to go to this website afterwards and bother filling out a survey in order to say how bad it was are the people who really care about this sort of thing. And that's why you're going to see things kind of skew more towards the negative area. And that's why I said, like, you might as well just rate games 100. In fact, that's what I was seeing on X this morning, is people were basically saying, let's try to get games to 100 now because of this, because anyone can just go onto this site right here and rate the game. You don't have to have a special account or anything like that. So you can, just fill out these surveys. And as far as I know, there's really no limit on how many you can fill out. So you can just try to boost this up as much as possible. So you got Call of Duty right here, Fortnite. And one thing I also notice is you just like look at the general shape of this right here, because it's pretty much the same across the board. Minecraft is the same. It's a toxic game, Minecraft. You got Apex Legends here, Valorant. So okay, this is a little different, but I mean, it's essentially gonna be ultimately the same thing, where you just have like the 70s, except for Minecraft. They have some coming soon. So Animal Crossing, I would love to get Animal Crossing to 100. That'd just be hilarious. GTA Online, okay, that's just the game itself is good. But this, like I said, it's just kind of a dumb thing. It just goes to show that some people just can't handle various online gaming, because if they hear words, if certain sound waves enter their ear canals in a manner that is displeasing to them, then they have meltdowns and they take it as a personal attack on them or violence committed against them. It's not. It's just words. People can say things. You can either laugh about it or ignore it, but getting mad about it, that's ultimately the choice of the individual. So if you're going to choose to get mad because of certain things that people say, even if they're trying to get under your skin, it's still ultimately your choice. Maybe that's just me, because I grew up in the whole sticks and stones generation, and now this younger generation is the words are violent generation. And that's really been a disservice towards younger kids when they're basically preached it like, yeah, words are violence, because then people can basically attack you online like this. Whereas you get an actual mature adult who says, no, it's just words. You don't have to like it, but it can't do anything to you, especially online like this. And I think more people should take that lesson from this. But I am going to say there is some good to be had with this, and that might seem shocking because I've just been kind of making fun of it. But if the good that's coming from this is ultimately you get a lot of people who are just overly sensitive, looking at these toxicity ratings and being like, oh, well, that's too toxic for me. Then if that's how you feel, then yeah, you probably shouldn't be playing video games if you actually are deterred from playing a game because of the toxicity rating. And if the final result is basically games returning to how they were, where the people who are just too sensitive to actually play games online are just too weak for the internet, staying away from this sort of thing, then I think that is better for the real gamers out there. But let me know what you think about all this in the comment section below, because like I said, I think it's just kind of a stupid thing, but maybe there is a light at the end of the tunnel. But either way, it is still fun to laugh at this. And I do encourage people to go to this site right here and fill out the survey and be honest with it too, how you would actually truthfully answer. What I don't know what I'm saying with that one right there. Just fill out the survey, because I just want to see what the results are, and it'd be kind of funny to see these get up to 100. Let's see if we can get Minecraft up to 100. Right now it's kind of trailing, but Yeah, let's boost up those numbers because those are rookie numbers. But anyway, yeah, comment below what you think about this. And if you haven't already, make sure you click that subscribe button if you want to stay up to date with the latest entertainment news. And if you can, like and share the video because it really helps out with the channel. Thank you.